Ah, that's fancy. All right, okay, that's cool. We have a sticker from the company I bought it from. Another sticker from the company.
Carburetor manufacturer?
Weber.
Yeah.
Guaranteed, genuine, original European Weber carburetors. You know, I'm just gonna go ahead and say that putting absolutely genuine all over the box isn't actually confidence inspiring. Okay. So we got a new air filter. That's snazzy. Look at that. It's all chrome. A hose. And there we are. The actual carburetor. It does have the Weber logo on it. Does it have made in Spain on it? Because that would be made in Spain. Well, that looks like it might actually be real, despite the awkward packaging. But this is way simpler than the current carburetor. I mean, just hilariously so. Okay, let's
Question is the bottom profile saying, will it fit?
well, it should. I've got plates to make it fit.
Right.
And a lot of bolts. That's good. That's a good sign. I've even got an instruction manual, and it's in English.
Well, that's pretty good.
That's very good. That's very good. Okay. All right. So that's confirmed. This is all good. I'll put this back, and we're going to start pulling off bits and pieces. Probably 10 or 12 is my guess. So let's find out. I don't think that's a 10. There we go. And it's, oh, that's a 13, sorry. Okay, so that's probably a 12. Every single time. And of course, the one day I don't put things back is... Oh, that's gone for forever. You know, like, I just think, oh, I'll just unbolt this one thing and call it a day. And then I don't put everything back properly. Okay. Is that a 12? Yes, it is. Okay. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay.
Stud.
Nothing, well, maybe. Yes, maybe. The stud is moving with the nut, which is not a good sign. I did not push hard, though, to unlock it. So it might just be that the stud is very, very loose. You know what? I'm not putting this back in. This thing is never coming back in this car. I will probably sell it on eBay. So all these hoses are coming off. They are going away. They're just...
Don't dispose of them totally in case you need to close off the vacuum.
Oh, yes, I almost certainly will need to do that. My goodness. It's just a little ridiculous. It's like an octopus in here. I mean... ugh.
So just be careful, they can be unpleasant.
Well, I'm sure they're not happy about being in zoos, but I haven't heard terrible things about octopi. And that one is also turning the entire stud, which I'm not... You know, I mean, I suppose maybe I could just undo the studs as...
That might be a possibility, mightn't it?
Who knows? All right, what's going on with this junk? This is just more junk. Some vacuum advances. It's just in the way. Let's vacuum advance it away. All right, I've got all these studs off, or at least I've got these bolts off. But this guy is really on there. I think there's something else holding him on. So now it becomes a game of finding the bolts. Okay. So hit that guy a bunch on the bottom, and it's loose. All right, good, good.
You can do it.
Thanks. Look at that. There we go. Let's pull this guy off. Oh man. Let's get the throttle. Is that the throttle? I think it is. Disconnected. No, I don't know what that was. Is that expensive looking? Come on. Oh, it's the entire valve. I don't want the entire valve to come out. I want just... wow. Okay. Hang on a tick. Let's undo some more stuff before I break things. This guy...
It looks like something that should be in a steampunk themed movie.
Probably is, actually. I mean... Well, no, steampunk wouldn't use a carburetor, but...
It looks like something that should be. It's got a bunch of like things on it.
Okay. Look at that. Oh, that's fun. That's fun. Nice.
This thing really likes being buried.
Yeah, it does. Okay. Well, that's a victory lap right there. So you see, you know how you were cleaning that off? I got a new fun job for you.
Okay. Is it gonna be any more fun than the last?
Yeah, it really is. It's an Ison. Or maybe they spelled Asian wrong. I don't know, but it's A-I-S-A-N. Ison. Ison. Look at this junk. You see this junk?
Yes.
Well, we're going to replace it with shiny things.
Oh.
I'm very excited about that. Let me untape this guy. Wow, that is disgusting. That is absolutely filthy. But that's okay. We can strip all this out and then vacuum it out because, jeez. I'm gonna do the double screw tactic, or double nut tactic here.
That's my new job.
Those two pegs at the far end, are they threaded or are they just pins to seat it?
They are indeed. They are indeed threaded. So.
Why are these bolts loose?
No, they're not holding anything in right now. All right, I'm gonna need you to remove a stud.
How do I do that?
I'm gonna show you. With tweezers, did you say?
Mm-hmm.
Tweezers will not do it. What we need is a 12mm wrench and 2 nuts. So what you do is you screw on the top nut real tight, and then you twist the other direction with the bottom nut. But in order to do that, I need to find my 12mm wrench, which looks an awful lot like that. Or that's the next task. Find out what I did with the thing that I need.
Oh, okay.
Now we'd call that a spanner.
Yes, it's also a spanner. Spanner, wrench. I think, yeah. Check underneath the...
Spanner? What's the story behind that name?
Douglas, what's the story behind the name Spanner?
Goes back to spanning your crossbow.
Oh! Spanning your crossbow. Okay.
Then later on with again you have a spanner to raise the lock on the flintlock.
I can see the inside turning. Yes.
You there?
Yep. Ooh, that's disgusting. That is filthy. All the things that went into the old carburetor have to be replaced. In this case, this guy recycles air through the engine, and the new carburetor doesn't need that. So what we're gonna do is place this in here, and it's gonna just physically block off that hole. So now we don't have a vacuum leak, which is a bad thing. Basically, a lot of this stuff runs on vacuum, and what that means is as the engine's running, it's sucking in air. It's like, you know, and so they use that suction for a whole bunch of things to do various stuff. In this case, it's to recycle air, but other things that it does are like advance timing settings and change, what the heck, why is that so tight? Change the position of things and all that stuff, because there's no computer to like know. So it has to be all done mechanically. So
I love that you spray painted rad in pink.
right? It's awesome. Yeah.
Why'd you choose the word rad?
Because it's a radiator. And it's also rad. Hey, listen, okay? It makes sense, right? It's cool. Well. It's Friday, which is a good day to work on the car since I've got it off. And I was going to sand down the plate here for putting on the new carburetor, but talked to a buddy of mine, and he recommended taking off the manifold or the intake while I have it here. And I think that's a good idea. Our guess is that the reason the carburetor was held on by some kind of crazy goop is because the previous owner was chasing a vacuum leak. And that seems plausible to me. So what we're gonna do is take off all the bolts on here. I've been spraying them down with penetrating fluid, but there are some that are hard to reach. It's just the nature of the game. There's 4 on top, and it looks like there's 2 on the bottom, but I think one of them is missing. I think that could be where that vacuum leak was coming from. But we're gonna take it off, make sure, and clean it off. You know, we can take it out to get it sandblasted or something. But that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna need a correctly sized, there we go, 12 mil, looks like. I'm honestly quite worried about this. As I said, I've been spraying things down with penetrating fluid a lot, but I'm really scared I'm gonna snap one of these bolts off. You know, these have been here for ages, and who knows how much heating and cooling and whatever has damaged them. And I just don't really have any good equipment to really drill out a snap bolt. So we're gonna give it a shot, and man, I just hope it works. All right, well, this abomination is what happens when you only have swivel sockets for 3.5 inch, and you only have sockets that fit on 3/8. So here we go. That's wonderful. We're gonna tuck this. Oh, look at that. Yes. Yes. Perfect. Oh man, so that came away really nice. And that should just slip right off those posts. Now, I probably should have taken this guy off, huh? But, man, Printo seal. Well, we can tell the gaskets are, you know, a little bit messed up. That's kind of to be expected. You know, it's an old car. It hasn't had a lot of stuff going on with it. Some of it tore away. Wow. Man, that's real nice. That's sarcasm. There are our intakes. Now, of course, I gotta buy a new manifold, a new gasket to go in. So that means it's gonna be off for a little while. So we're gonna put some rags in here, make sure nothing gets in them, like spiders. But that could be worse, I guess. I guess we're gonna clean these out first. You know, like if you can't really see. Let me get my use my phone as a. There we go. There's definitely some nastiness in there, some gunk. But clean that out a little bit. And I think I'm also gonna take the time to just clean off the top of the engine block, because you know the gasket cover and stuff is a little dirty. And we can get at the starter, man. Aha! So yeah, so here's the problem: is this bolt right here. Remember I said they had a gasket leak or a vacuum leak. This bolt, we didn't take it off. It wasn't on there at all. So I think that's probably the source of their problem. I see that there is a bolt down here. Let's see if I can get it out with my handy dandy wand. Come on, there we go. I don't think that's the right one though. Oh, maybe. Let's go compare it. Nah, dog. Not even close. I don't know what that goes to. But there's our makeshift diagram for all of our bolts and nuts. I don't know what that's for. We're just gonna put these back on. And we'll do the 2 stud screws first. Wow, look at that. That is some nasty corrosion. Here we go. I just like to do this so that I don't lose things or misplace them, because I'm pretty forgetful, you know. This just comes with the territory. And it's best to be careful. Make sure you don't screw stuff up. Make sure that's not a cross thread. Good. There we go. Next up, bottom, middle, bottom end, sorry. There we go. And then the top 2. Top left. Just want to ease it in, like real gentle, and find where the threads are. There we go. So you don't want to force stuff in and cross thread anything. That's a disaster. You have dust on the lens? Seems smudgy. There we go. So now again, we don't have a bolt for this guy. It means we're gonna have to find one. Also, You can see where I installed an EGR delete plate. So that's the exhaust gas return, and that means that it recirculates the exhaust gases, which is it was originally a smog prevention measure. Basically what happens is the burned fuel gets recirculated, the burned exhaust gets recirculated through the engine, burns off more of whatever junk's in it. It does cost you in power. Yeesh. I think that's a spider sack. Man, it is nasty in here. Goodness. My goodness. Well, no sense in just jawing about it. Might as well get started cleaning. Alright, well, good news. Let some penetrating fluid get to her, and she's coming off. So, the last 2 bolts should pop off. Nice and easy. Come on. There we go. Ugh. Oh, that is filthy. Wow, that is absolutely disgusting. I honestly don't know what this thing is for. Some kind of return for the radiator of the internal heater, sorry, I think. But it is not good. Let me assure you, I don't know if I have a blanking plate that'll fit over that. Well, whatever the case, oh man, that is just slime. Oh, not what you want to find inside your engine, but that is the cooling system, so it's not the actual engine or whatever. We might be able to flush all that stuff out. Jeez. Well, anyway, what we're going to do right here is tuck this guy in there nice and tight so nothing gets in. Put the top bolt that I took out back in. There we go. Put these 2 side bolts back on. You gotta figure out how to delete that. Wow, that is absolutely horrifying. Okay. I mean, just look, I don't even know what's going on in there, but it's not pleasant. It's not good. If we trace this, right, she goes up here, and then back down here, and then through the firewall. And then out the firewall, on the other side, I think. I'm pretty sure that's where it returns from the heater. Out the firewall into this guy, which I have disconnected. Because F that guy. So, sheesh. Which we're gonna do is just delete all of this stuff and figure out how to get a blanking plate. To cover this size, basically we'll take this over to like a fabricator or something, or there might be something already online, just like I did with this guy, this blanking plate over here. Obviously that'll have to come off when I take the gasket off and replace it. We're not going to be doing any kind of heater inside, so there's just no use for this. This doesn't need to be there. Alright, that's it.